fellow paranormalists. Welcome to today's subject, and it's potentially a little bit controversial. I know it will upset some people, but you know, hey, I don't think you can do much nowadays without upsetting somebody somewhere. But a subject that, again, I've seen in, you know, people's YouTube videos, etc., and you see these things all the time. It's like ghost adventures, ghost hunters, most haunted, you know, the TV's programs, and then you've got all the people on YouTube. There's various sort of viral videos going around as well about sort of poltergeist activity and things moving and whatever. Orbs. I've talked about this before. Why is it people seem to think that orbs are paranormal activity? I will never understand. I think it's just, personally, it's ignorance about how digital photography or film photography and video cameras, etc., react to dust in the atmosphere and a bright light. You know, anyone who understands about how light works and is involved in the paranormal will know that orbs are just, you know, these are just anomalies that camera equipment picks up on. They're not paranormal in any shape or form. I hate to say it, but they're just not. But if you want to believe that they are, then fine. You know, I haven't got anything. But anyway, the main topic is about movement of things. Now, again, I'm sort of going on videos that I've seen over the years. You know, these things with the torches. Okay, you know, these screw torches, Maglite screw torches. I mean, you know, come on, that's been proven already to be completely crap. I mean, it's the heating and cooling of the components on the inside of the torch that's making it go on and off, and it's pure luck that you happen to actually ask a question or say something about a torch going on and off at anyone, you know, that these things are happening. But also, okay, the next subject is about things that move, okay, objects that move. Now, I've been in a room where objects have moved or things have fallen down, you know, and you can't explain it. It's a bit like UFOs. I have yet to see any real evidence that stuff moves on its own or by some force not human, you know, whether it's spiritual or poltergeist or whatever. I'm not saying it doesn't exist. You know, I'm sure it does actually happen to people, and people do experience it. You know, people have witnessed it. But I do sometimes think that when it's caught on camera, on a video camera, I don't know what it is about the fact that it's being caught on camera, but it just doesn't look real. I don't know why, whether it's just the angle that it's been filmed at, or usually the lack of quality, you know, of whatever it is that they've captured. It usually, to my mind, is a bit like the whole UFO thing. You know, people go on and on and on about UFOs. They've caught this UFO, that UFO, but there isn't one bit of concrete evidence, of clear evidence, indisputable evidence that UFOs exist. There isn't one clear video of a UFO flying around, or, you know, whatever it is that someone's caught. And the same, I think, tends to apply to the paranormal world with regard to, you know, objects moving. I'm not saying that it can't happen, but all the stuff I've ever seen just doesn't look real. I mean, whether it's just because of the lack of quality or the circumstances around which it was caught on film or on a camera, you know, I don't know. You know, maybe I'll get something thrown at me today. Who knows? But I don't know. There's something inside me that just disbelieves the fact. If somebody said to me that, you know, a book came flying off the shelf and, you know, whatever, then you know what? I would more than likely believe that. The fact is, I don't need to have film evidence that actually happened. If I felt the person was genuine and they said to me that, you know, that they saw something moving or, you know, something, and there wasn't any explanation for it other than, you know, some spirit activity, then I would more than likely believe it. But the fact that it's actually caught on camera and, you know, I don't know why, but it always just seems to look unreal. It always looks like it's been set up. Maybe this is because we've had decades of, you know, horror films and ghosty type films and pranksters, etc., that have, you know, tried ever so hard to make this stuff look real. And you know, maybe the way my brain thinks is, you know, the opposite. If I see that, then I assume that it's fake or set up. You know, as much as I would like to believe that a lot of this stuff is real, there's something inside of me that just says it's not real. Anyway, I'm waffling. You know, apologies in advance if you take offence to what I've said. It's my opinion only. You know, I will never ever be convinced that orbs that people keep catching on cameras are anything more than just dust, reflections of dust and insects, no matter what anyone says. Anyway, do please leave a comment or dislike this video. You know, open to discussion as always, unless there's some evidence out there that I've not seen yet in 30 years that can absolutely categorically prove that, you know, objects can move without any human intervention whatsoever, and be put down to some sort of paranormal intervention, then I will keep waiting, but I will wait for that video or that evidence to ever turn up. Okay, I shall speak to you again soon.